Today is 10th December 2025, Wednesday. This day is celebrated globally as Human Rights Day, commemorating the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights by the United Nations in 1948, emphasizing universal freedoms, dignity, and equality for all people. I am Pampa Kuchlan here, a member of Hosla, a senior citizen care startup organization, reading news from Hosla Radio. Happy Human Rights Day. Today we reaffirm that dignity, justice, and equality are for every person. Always let's act now to build a world where these rights are a reality for all. Here is a powerful quote from Mother Teresa. Human rights are not a privilege granted by the government. They are every human being's entitlement by his humanity. Here are the headlines. Comet 3I Atlas found carrying life-linked molecules. Million-year-old skull rewrites human evolution, scientists claim. Bulldozer action after Goa's Arpura nightclub fire. Mamata Banerjee demands PM's apology over Bonkim the remark in Lok Sabha. Belgium's top court rejects fugitive diamond heir Mehul Chokshi's appeal. Strict action against Indigo to set example for others. Government asks Beijing not to harass Indian nationals. Japan issues mega quake warning. Australia begins enforcing world first teen social media ban. US officials on trade talks with India, best offers ever. Thailand Cambodia border clashes. Deepavali inscribed on UNESCO's intangible cultural heritage list. Coming to details. Comet 3I Atlas found carrying key life-linked molecule in rare interstellar discovery, 8 December 2025. A team of scientists has managed to uncover one of the most remarkable secrets in the interstellar comet 3I Atlas with the discovery of extremely high levels of methanol, a chemical that has been closely linked to the origin of life and the first ever observation in an extraterrestrial object coming from outside the solar system. 3I Atlas, the third confirmed interstellar visitor, is showing to be remarkably different from the comets that belong to our solar system. When it got near the sun, there was a large cloud of water vapor and gas around it, which was made up of much more carbon dioxide than the other comets in the solar system. The light coming from the comet was signifying a different and unusual surface composition of the comet. This is because the comet was losing gas even when far from the sun, so it might not have come near any star for hundreds of millions of years. According to findings, hydrogen cyanide is emerging from the rocky nucleus at a rate of 250 to 500 grams per second. Methanol, meanwhile, is being produced at a remarkable 40 kilograms per second, nearly 8% of the comet's total vapor outputs. Compared to the 2% typically seen in solar system comets. Another interesting news. Million-year-old skull rewrites human evolution, scientists claim. 25th September 2025. A million-year-old human skull found in China suggests that our species Homo sapiens began to emerge at least 500,000 years earlier than we thought, researchers are claiming in a new study. It also shows that we coexisted with other sister species, including Neanderthals, for much longer than we have come to believe, they say. The scientists claim their analysis totally changes our understanding of human evolution, and if correct, it would certainly rewrite a key early chapter in our history. But other experts in a field where disagreement over our emergence on the planet is rife say that the new study's conclusions are plausible but far from certain. Bulldozer action on Luthra's Romeo Lane shack in Goa's Bhageta town after Arpora nightclub fire, December 9, 2025. Goa authorities on Tuesday began demolishing Romeo Lane, the Bhageta beach shack owned by Saurabh and Gaurav Luthra, following an order from Pramod Sawant, Chief Minister of Goa. The demolition work started on Tuesday evening, PTI news agency reported, with visuals circulating on social media appearing to confirm the action. The action follows a widening search for the brothers who fled to Thailand shortly after the blaze gutted their nightclub cum restaurant, Birch by Romeo Lane, late Saturday, killing 25 people. According to Goa police, the brothers boarded a New Delhi Phuket Indigo flight at 5:30 a.m. on Sunday, barely hours after the fire. Officers said a lookout notice had already been issued with the Bureau of Immigration. Indian agencies are now coordinating with Thai authorities to geolocate the duo in Phuket and are hoping to avoid a lengthier extradition route. 4 individuals, Chief General Manager Rajiv Modak, Gate Manager Priyanshu Thakur, Bar Manager Rajveer Singhania and General Manager Vivek Singh were arrested on Sunday. A 5th person, Bharat Singh Kohli, described as someone who was managing the daily operations of the establishment on behalf of the owners, was arrested on Monday. Mamata Banerjee demands PM's apology over Bonkim-da remark in Lok Sabha, December 9, 2025. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee on Tuesday, December 9, 2025, demanded an apology from Prime Minister Narendra Modi, alleging that he has insulted novelist Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay by calling him Bonkim-da. The flashpoint was Prime Minister's reference to the author during a discussion in Lok Sabha on Monday, December 8, 2025, to commemorate 150 years of the national song Vande Mataram, written by Chattopadhyay. CM Mamata Banerjee also claimed that the assembly elections in the state will be declared soon after the publication of the final electoral rolls following the SIR exercise so that no one can challenge it in court. Belgium's top court rejects fugitive diamantaire Mehul Choksi's appeal against extradition December 9, 2025. Belgium's top court has rejected fugitive diamantaire Mehul Choksi's appeal against his arrest in the Antwerp town based on the extradition request by New Delhi. People familiar to the development said on Tuesday. The Belgium Court of Cassation, equivalent to India's Supreme Court, heard Choksi's plea on Tuesday at Brussels and ruled in India's favor. The Court of Cassation rejected the appeal of Choksi, so the decision of the Court of Appeal stands. Henry van der Leen, Advocate General at Brussels, told HT News in an email on Tuesday. Officials said the Belgian top court has upheld the decision of an Antwerp Court of Appeals, which rejected the fugitive's contention on October 17 that he runs the risk of being tortured if sent to India. Strict action against Indigo to set example for others. New Delhi, 8th December. Amid the ongoing Indigo crisis, Civil Aviation Minister K. Rammohan Naidu on Monday informed the Rajya Sabha that the union government will take strict action against the low-cost airline over the massive disruption of flights to set an example for all airlines. The minister said the chaos that led to the cancellation of hundreds of flights and stranded thousands of people was the result of Indigo's internal crisis after the new passenger safety norms came into force. The Civil Aviation Ministry said in a statement the airline has delivered 4,500 bags to the passengers out of total 9,000 and will deliver the remaining in the next 36 hours. Indigo refunded rupees 827 crore to passengers facing intense government scrutiny on Monday, and the rest is under process for cancellations up to December 15. Government asks Beijing not to harass Indian nationals at Chinese airports. New Delhi, 8th December. Advising its national to exercise due discretion while traveling to or transiting through China, India on Monday said that it expects the authorities in the neighboring country to provide assurances that Indian citizens transiting through Chinese airports will not be selectively targeted, arbitrarily detained, or harassed. The sharp reaction from the MEA came 2 weeks after an Indian national from Arunachal Pradesh was arbitrarily detained by Chinese authorities at the Shanghai International Airport, an incident which was termed by New Delhi as a clear violation of international norms and bilateral understanding. You are listening news from Hosla Radio. Japan issues mega quake warning. What it means and should India be worried? New Delhi, 10th December. On Monday night, A 7.5 magnitude quake struck off the Pacific coast of Aomori, northern Honshu, at a depth 54 km, triggering small tsunamis of around 60 centimeter to 70 centimeter and injuring at least 30 to 33 people while forcing some 90,000 residents to evacuate. Should India be worried? A megaquake of northern Japan would primarily pose tsunami and shaking risk around the northwest Pacific, especially Japan, Russia's far east, and possibly parts of Alaska's Aleutian chain. India's worst tsunami on record followed the 2004 magnitude 9.1 quake of Sumatra, not a Pacific event. And Indian scientists highlight the Sunda Trench and Arabian Sea sources as the main tsunami generators for the country's coasts. For India, the Japanese advisory points to the shared vulnerability and the value of early warning systems, but it does not signal an elevated tsunami or earthquake risk for the Indian coastline in the coming days. Australia begins enforcing world first teen social media ban December 10, 2025. Australia has become the first country to ban social media for children under 16 from Wednesday, December 10, 2025, blocking access to platforms including TikTok, Alphabet's YouTube, and Meta's Instagram and Facebook. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese called it a proud day for families and cast the law as proof that policymakers can curb online harms that have outpaced traditional safeguards. Best offers ever. US official on trade talks with India. December 10, 2025. Washington. The United States is pushing ahead with intensive trade negotiations with India, with US Trade Representative Jamshan Greer telling lawmakers that New Delhi has made the best we have ever received as a country in ongoing discussions aimed at expanding market access for American farm products including grain, sorghum, and soy. Speaking at a Senate Appropriation Subcommittee hearing on Tuesday, Greer said a US tier team was currently in New Delhi as we speak, working through sensitive agricultural barriers. Thailand-Cambodia border clashes entered third day as 5 lakh flee fighting. 10th December 2025. Fighting between Thailand and Cambodia has continued for a third day with cross-border shelling and air raids forcing more than 500,000 civilians to flee their homes and seek shelters, according to authorities. Officials from the two Southeast Asian neighbors on Wednesday also accused each other of restarting the conflict that has killed at least 13 soldiers and civilians so far this week and led more than 50 lakh people from both sides of the border to evacuate for safety. US President Donald Trump says he will make phone calls to stop renewed fighting after mediating a ceasefire in October. Deepavali, inscribed on UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List. 10th December 2025, New Delhi. India's Deepavali, the festivals of lights, was on Wednesday, December 10, 2025, inscribed on the UNESCO's representative list of the Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity, sparking celebrations to mark the earning of the coveted tag. The decision was taken during a key meeting of UNESCO being hosted at the Red Fort in Delhi. Chants of Jai Hind, Vande Mataram and Bharat Mata Ki Jai rent the air as UNESCO announced that the celebrated festival has been added to the prestigious list after a discussion by its committee. This is the 16th element from India to be inscribed on the representative list of the Intangible Cultural Heritage of Humanity. With this, we are overwhelmed by a heavenly trance, and we feel as if the divine light of India illuminated the world. Concluding my news reading today, God bless you all. Stay happy and healthy. Good night.